Hello everyone, in this video we are going to see the failure modes of column, how a particular column fails, whether it fails by buckling, whether it fails by crushing, that we are going to see in this video. So let's see. See, the column may fail in three conditions, one of the three conditions. First one will be the compression failure, second one is the buckling failure, and the third one is the combination of these two, that is compression and buckling. I'll explain this one by one, but just remember that column may fail in one of the three conditions. And which are these three conditions? First one will be the compression failure. Obviously, as the name says, it will fail by compression. Buckling means by buckle, and combination of this can also be possible. Then note one thing, that short columns are likely to fail in the compression or the crushing. I have told you what is short column. Short column and long column, this concept we have seen in the previous videos. So short column will fail by crushing or by the compression, and long column, talking about the long column, it will fail by buckling. So you have to remember this. I have told you in the previous videos also, by buckling. Now let's see one by one what is compression failure, what is buckling failure, these two. So the first type of failure is the compression failure. Now see what it says. When columns are axially loaded, what it says, when the columns are axially loaded like this, okay, the concrete and the steel will experience some stresses, whether, as I am giving just example of concrete RCC building, but the case will also be same in case of steel structures also. So there will be some stresses, and when the loads are greater in amount compared to the cross sectional area of the column, steel, concrete and the steel will reach the yield stress, and the failure will be starting without any later deformation. What it says, see, for example, this is an example of RCC building, but what about the steel structures? Let us assume that you have an I section used for your column like this. There is an I section, okay, it is like this. So column is will look like this. Now this I section, what it says, experience certain stresses, and when the loads are greater in amount, for example, you have uh, designed this I section for carrying a load of 500 kilonewton, but it is possible that there are chances that this structure is subjected to a load of 510 kilonewton. So what happens? So when the greater loads are in amount compared to the cross sectional area of the column, see, the capacity of column is not 510, the section is not enough. Let us assume that you have used I section and it is of 150 wide, okay. So it will reach its yield stress and failure will start without any later deformation, and finally there will be a failure. And one more thing in this, the material fails itself. It is not the case that the whole structure will fail, but that's why I have given you this diagram. In this, the material fails, not the whole column, okay. You have to remember this. So in this type of failure, that is the compression failure, material will fail first and not the whole column, and this type of failure will mostly occur in shorter and wider columns, as I told you. And to avoid this, columns should be made with sufficient cross-sectional area compared to the allowable stresses. So what is the possibility to avoid this? You can increase the cross-sectional area. For example, initially you have used ISMB 150, so you can increase that. Instead of using ISMB 150, you can use ISWB, and that to 200. So because of that, as this section has greater area, or this section has greater cross sectional areas and cross sections, that's why it will be capable of resisting the more loads. So this is the solution for that. Then we have second type of failure, that is buckling the failure. Now buckling failure generally occurs in long column. This thing I have told you in the previous videos also, and because they are very slender, see, I have given you this diagram, they are very slender and their least lateral dimension is greater than 12. In such conditions, load carrying capacity of the column decreases very much. In such cases, what happens? The load carrying capacity of column will not be much and it will decrease, and the columns tend to become unstable and start buckling to sidewards. What happens? Because of the load carrying capacity, the column will start buckling, and that means concrete or the steel reach their yield stresses. In our case, it is the steel structure, so we'll just use steel, will reach the yield stress for even small loads and start failing due to the lateral buckling. Even with the low loads, your column will start buckling, and that is nothing but the type of failure will be buckling failure. And last failure was what? It was a combination of both. Okay, so this was the video on failure modes of column. Thank you.